Welcome to this lecture. This is Vijay from Dino Code Academy. So in this lecture, we are going to add the correct dialog to our Guess the Word application. So if you not watched the previous lecture, then I highly recommend you to watch the previous lecture. The link is in the description. Then you will get a complete idea what's going on in this application. So let's start this lecture. So switch back to your Android Studio. So here you can see that this is the application so far we have built it. Now in this lecture, we are going to create a correct dialog. Now in this lecture, what we want to do, so when the user click on this check button, so instead of showing a toast message, that is this one, we want to show a dialog. So for do that, let's create a custom resource file. So simply click on this project. To create a custom dialog, just simply click on this project tab, then then expand your app level directory, then rest directory, then click on this rest directory, not rest there. Then click on this layout folder, and then go to new, and then select the layout resource file. Then from there, just select the root layout to linear layout. So we are going to use a linear layout. Then name your dialog as correct dialog. Then simply press enter. So you can see that now we got a new XML resource file. Just inside, and the linear layout that we have used is a vertical linear layout. Just click on this text, and now I'm going to click on this project tab so that you can see everything. Then inside of this linear layout, I'm going to create a one text view. So to do that, I'm just go to again design view of the XML, and then select the one text view, drag it inside the linear layout. Then go to the text, and from there first we write some code to make the linear layout detail compact, means smaller. So instead of height and width to match parent, I'm going to give it as 300 dp. That is 300 dp width and also 300 dp its height. Then I'm going to specify the layout gravity, that is this one, to center. Now you can see that our linear layout is actually appearing at the center of the screen. Also, I want to give the color. So instead of color, I want to give the background color. And the background color is actually hashtag 3xF, and just changing the color to light brown. That's okay. You can experiment with the color what you want. Then cut its ID to at the top of the text view. Now I want to cover this text view, so I'm going to initialize this text view inside of the another linear layout. So to do that, just here I'm going to declare another linear layout. So just simply type linear layout, then height is equal to match parent and width is equal to match parent. Just press enter key, and just Ctrl plus Alt plus L to format the code. Then after that, cut this text view and paste it inside the linear layout. So now it's time to change the width of this linear layout, height of this linear layout to match parent to wrap content. Now it's time to modify the style of this text view. So first time text all caps is equal to false. And after that, I'm going to type text style is equal to bold. Then after that, text. Then again, the next property that we are going to use is the text size. It should be of 40 sp. And again, specify the text alignment. Text alignment is equal to center. Then from padding, from margin, we are going to specify margin top to 20 dp. And after that, margin bottom is around 20 dp as well. Then give it the background color of this linear layout, that is the topmost linear layout, not topmost, that is the parent of this text view, that is this one, this linear layout. Give it the background color, hashtag FFF, and just select the color that you like. So I'm going to stick with this color. Then after that, orientation vertical again, not horizontal, vertical, and padding from bottom is around 5 dp. You can see that now the dialog is taking its shape. We are going to, it's time to change the text. So just simply type it here correct. You can change it whatever you want. And also text color should be hashtag 000, or you can play it with the color. So I'm just going to select the black color. So that's okay. Now the layout is taking shape. We also want a one button and also a text view that display message click on continue. So to do that, just again go to the design view and then select a one text view and drag it at the linear layout, and then again select a button and drag it at the linear layout level directory. That is a root element directory. And again cut the ID from there, paste it at the top of the text view, and also the ID from there, which is a button ID, and paste it at the top of the text view. Button. So now it's time to apply the same code. So I'm going to copy the code which is I have copied here. Now simply to modify the content of the text view means the style. So I'm going to copy the same code, that is this one. So copy it from here and paste it inside this text view. Then for the color, I'm going to just select the little gray color. That's the color that I want, and the text size should be 30 sp. Then the text property, I'm going to change it to click on continue. And after that, this button, so just apply the same code to the button as well, and increase the margin top to 40 dp. So 40 dp, and the margin bottom, just remove the margin bottom because margin bottom is not necessary. So you can see that it looks like little bit taking shape. Now the background color of the button, that's a hashtag FFF, and then specify the background color. Stick with that and just change the text to continue, and also change the ID of the button to BT confirm dialog. So that's the thing. Now it's all done. So you can experiment with the dialog. I'm just going to give you the just demo. You can also create the design of this dialog inside the Adobe XD or maybe the Figma, then import it all the assets and create the dialog in a different way. Means the dialog should be look more nice if we use the graphical software. Let's start doing inside the main activity. So switch to main activity. Now it's time to call the dialog. So first remove this toast message. So the first thing here, we are going to call the dialog. So first create a variable called val, then dialog, that is dialog equals to, then here I simply call a class name, that is a dialog. That is third one, press enter key. Then inside of this dialog, specify the context, that is this main activity, because in Kotlin we use to specify the context along with the main activity. Then by using the dialog variable, that is this one, by using dialog variable, dialog dot set content view. So the first thing that we want is the set content view. Then you need to specify the layout. So r dot layout dot correct dialog. So the send content view method takes a parameter where the dialog is actually stored. So it is actually stored in the rest directory, then under the layout, and then inside the layout directory we have our correct dialog.xml file. Let's close it, press a tab, again press enter key, and then here we need to declare a variable another, that is val, which is a bt, that is a bt height equals to, and here type dialog dot find with the ID, and then type it. Then inside here, first you need to typecast it into button, and then specify where our button is actually located. Means the button is actually present inside the correct dialog. So we want to fetch this ID, that is bt confirm dialog. So we want to fetch this ID. Then here r dot id dot, and then paste the ID name. And after that, with the use of the dialog variable name, that is dialog dot show, call a show method. So it will actually show the dialog. Then after that we want to handle the click, means bt hide. When we click on the bt hide button, so dialog should be disappear. So to do that we need to set the listener to the button. So for just simply type bt hide dot set on click listener, Then inside of this listener code, we will type dialog.dismiss. So we hit a tab key. Now our code is completed. Now it's time to run the application to see the code in action. So if I click on, so I'm going to run my application into my virtual emulator. So hit OK and wait for the Gradle to build the project. So you can see that our application is now up and running. So if I click on this edit text and type a code that is Friday, means a text. So if I click on this check button, so you can see that the correct dialog box is now appearing. So if I click on this continue, but you can see that the problem is the edit text is not will become empty, and also the content of this text view is not changed. And one more problem, if I click on this show button, and again if I click on this next button, means again if I click on the show button, so it will show the correct answer. So if I click on this Tuesday and click on this check button again, so you can see that the correct dialog box is now appearing. But if I click on this continue button, then you can see that these two text is still visible, and also the content of this text is not changed, and also I want to this edit text to be empty, so that the user doesn't need to press the back key to make it empty or again click on this next button. So it should be done automatically when we click on the continue button. So to do that, we need to fix this bug. So we need to write some code to fix this bug. So at the end of this dialog.dismiss button, just first copy this code that will change the content of the text view. That is, this text view content means the new question will be appeared with this code. And also we want to make the edit text to empty, and also visibility of the text view right answer and text view correct answer text view to be invisible. Just copy this code from here and paste it inside this block of the set on click listener, where we set the listener to the button hide. Then it's time to run the application again. So just click on run button, click OK, and wait for the Gradle to build the project again for us. Then you can see that our application is now again up and running. So if I click on this, that's a Friday. Now if I click on this back button, again if I click on this show, so you can see that the correct answer is show, Friday is showing. So if I click on this check button, now the dialog box is appear, and if I click on continue, you can see that both the text view will become invisible, and also the content of this edit text is become empty, and also the content of this text view changed. Now you can make this application to more interactive by adding some animations or by using some handler to change the code after 1 second or maybe 2 seconds with some animation. So I can do this all features for you if you want. Just simply email me if you want these kinds of features. So that's all about this lecture. If you like this video, then give us a thumbs up, and if you are new to my channel, then subscribe to my channel and also press the bell icon to get a notification when I upload a new video. And if you are facing any problem while developing the application, then please comment it down below the video. I will definitely respond to your question. So that's all about this lecture. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next lecture. Thank you.